What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to be talking about NIO and how the run up in share price to their NIO day in about 10 days is just starting. Now, before we get into all of the other information that I have for you guys in this video, if you enjoy what you see and hear, please go down and hit that like button and hit that subscribe button so you're never late on any of the new videos that I post, and you can stay up to date on all of your favorite stocks and maybe even find out about a couple of new ones. Now, if we go and take a look at the chart of NIO, we can see that it topped out at around 55.28 and has come down off of that high. Now, this was really because of the China delisting rumors. So Trump signed a bill that basically said that if Chinese companies that are traded on our exchanges cannot comply with our accounting standards for the next 3 years, then they will be subject to delisting. So hopefully NIO is able to do this. As of right now, it looks like they're going to be able to. There's not going to be any funny business in their financials, but you never know. And that's kind of why they had a little bit of a sell-off. Along with this delisting, they also had a share offering, which was originally kind of a bearish indicator for investors since they were going to be diluting the shares. But when investors saw what NIO was actually going to be using the money for, and that was penetrating new markets and research and development, they just realized that this company is just needing more capital in order to expand. Now, recently, over the past 5 days, NIO went from about $49 down to $44, and we've seen a very sharp reversal, and it's gone from $44 to $48. Now, this is going to be the result of people piling into NIO for the NIO day on January 9th. Another thing that could have caused this sharp downturn after the stock was going up was the end of year rebalancing. So NIO went up an unbelievable amount this year, basically went up 1,000%, maybe even more. And all of the large institutions and ETFs needed to rebalance their positions and sell off a little bit more before they could enter new positions and get set up for the new year. NIO Day is going to be a very massive event for NIO. It's going to serve the purpose as similar to an earnings announcement. Essentially, what they're going to be doing is they're going to be releasing all of their new updates in terms of technology and new vehicles on this day. So now if we look into the specifics, we can see that NIO is on track to announce a few launches at this event, including its first sedan. Now, this is going to be the ET7 model, and it's going to compete with the Tesla Model S in China. And we've seen that Tesla has said that about 47% of all of their vehicle sales will come from China in the next few years. Now, if NIO can create a very competitive model and people choose NIO over the Tesla model, we could see NIO's sales numbers start to skyrocket and the stock price will go up as well. Now, NIO at the current time has a 100 kilowatt hour battery, which is pretty standard for the range of the batteries that are on the market today. But as we can see here, NIO is expected to announce a 150 kilowatt hour battery pack that is likely to increase the range of its EVs to over 900 kilometers. Now, that would put NIO in the top spot for range of all of the electric vehicles in the world today. So we can see that NIO is doing in making an extreme effort to get in the number one spot in terms of a lot of the technology that they're trying to put out. Now, it's also said that the new pack is expected to be compatible with all existing NIO models. Now, what's important about this is NIO recently reached a deal to build 100 electric vehicle charging and battery swap stations in China. So essentially what this means is that since the new battery model is compatible with older models, if you have an older NIO vehicle, you can go to one of these stations and get your battery swapped out for the new one and get a massive increase in your battery range. In addition to this, we can see that NIO is also expected to upgrade its advanced driver assistance platform named the NT 2.0, and this will likely feature LiDAR technology. Now, this could really help out companies like FRSX, Foresight Autonomous, since they create a lot of LiDAR. So we could see a sympathy play on those stocks, but it's really going to come down to how good this announcement is for NIO. We're going to most likely get the price of this new vehicle, which is going to be very important, and we can kind of compare that to the sales projection numbers that NIO has and kind of determine what the revenue expectations are like for them in the near future. We are also probably going to get a couple of updates on the NIO expansion. So the first store might be launched in Denmark. They're trying to create a fully functional factory and distribution chain for Europe. And they have said that the target of the Marco Polo project is to sell some 7,000 electric vehicles within 2 years. Now, this may not sound like a lot, and as I've said before, the direct sales numbers of these electric vehicle companies aren't the most important thing when determining their value. As we can see with Tesla, their sales numbers aren't the greatest, but the technology that they are putting in these cars and coming out with every year is brand new and is pushing the limit on what we think is possible, and that's why the valuation is so high. I think we're going to see a very similar thing with NIO. If NIO can create a fully autonomous vehicle, increase its battery range, have a very competitive new sedan to Tesla, we're going to see NIO go way higher than the price it is right now. NIO has also signed a deal with Mobileye, and they're going to help create robotaxis in Tel Aviv, and they will be one of the first electric vehicle companies to have fully functional robotaxis with full autonomy in the world. Now, if they can get this technology into all of their vehicles and massively market this to all of their consumers around the world, they are going to take the #1 spot in the electric vehicle market. Now, if we go over to the chart of NIO, we can see that this sharp reversal, I don't think that this is going to end anytime soon. If we go over and take a look at the option chain of NIO, we can see that on January 15th, that's the expiration date, and we scroll down all the way, we can see that the open interest on the $50 strike is 63,000. That is a huge amount. So essentially what that means is that there are 63,000 contracts that are opened that are not exercised or closed. And if we come over here, this is the volume that was traded today. So 18,000 of these contracts were bought and or sold today. So there's a lot of price speculation that NIO is going to be going to at least 50. And as we saw today, it went up $2.24. And if we go even further, we can see that the $55 strike, and it's priced at about, the last price was $229. This has an open interest of 46,000, and the 60s have an open interest of 36,000. We can keep going. The 80s even have an open interest of 20,000. So there is a lot of bullish sentiment by looking at the option chain. So NIO, a lot of options buyers are planning that NIO is going to go way higher by January 15th. Now, as you can see here, these contracts are pretty expensive, and they don't look like they're going to have that much reward if you bought them. So say you bought the $56 strike, and this is going to for January 15th, and this is priced at $207. The at the monies right now are between $430 and $455, so you'd really only be making a little bit more than double, and if you went out any farther than that, it would almost be just like gambling, and you can see the implied volatility on this option chain is very expensive. So here is what I am looking at. I think that if you can play sympathies like LI Auto, so you can come over here and look at the January 15th. So this is another electric vehicle company in China, and you can see that the $33 strike is 98 and the 34s are 82. So these have a lower open interest and a lower volume. But as we saw earlier this year, when NIO started to rip up, so did XPEV and LI. So you could play some of these options for about 82 cents, and you can go out a little bit farther for 55, and you won't get as much volatility in this chain, and there's more room to profit. So I would take a look at LI and XPEV if you want to play NIO and give yourself the most potential for making the most money. You can also buy NIO shares. You can keep averaging in if you already have a position. But if you want to play the options, I would say that going with one of the sympathy plays with LI or XPEV would be the smarter option. So that's going to be it for this video. If you guys enjoyed what I had for you guys in this one, please leave a like and subscribe and comment down below your thoughts of what plays you're looking at for NIO to play for NIO Day.